Hey there, guys. It's Mia here. I am so excited. I am so excited about this live tonight. And I'm actually excited because this is my opportunity to share with you my new event, drum roll please, called da, 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 the Cell Method. I'm so excited tonight on the live tonight. I'm just going to share very simply why I decided to do an event. This will be my last event for this year. I'm so excited to have the opportunity to support smart, sharp women who want to understand how to own their power, own your bigness, really show up in the world tall, not hiding, not making excuses, but 100% doing the thing that you intend to do, right? And the Cell Method is absolutely going to help you do that. I'm Mia Redrick, business and life consultant, and I got started in my company 21 years ago. And I know many of you know my story, but there's some of you who are watching this and you're just meeting me, and it's nice to virtually meet you. And when I started my company, I made a decision, a promise to myself. I wanted to go to work as myself, meaning I wanted to leverage my education, my experience as a corporate trainer, and my life skills. And I wanted to package it into my very own business. Now, fast forward 21 years later, I've had the opportunity to coach thousands of women, literally all around the world, and step inside my dream. And I wanted to create an event that would support other women with stepping inside of their dream. Now, let me just be clear. Tonight is a live where I'm going to talk primarily about the Cell Method and why I decided to create the event and how it can support you in elevating your goals and your results by the end of this year. And so also that you would have a quick start for January, moving into the new year. Now, this, I have to tell you, when I create events, the first thing that I think of is what kind of result do I want you to have because you're coming, because you're committing to come. You're going to spend time, money, and energy. And my commitment to you is when you say yes to my event, that I never waste your time, and I never do. And I can tell you that for me, one of the things that changed my entire life, literally, was an event. 20 some years ago, I made a decision to, show up for myself, and I attended an event. And it was at that event that I was able to see someone doing what I wanted to do, or I thought I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And so attending events is really important. Many times you get to see people doing things that you would love to do, but you're not sure how. There's something magical about being in an environment inspired and curated for your growth and your development. So I hope that if you're ready tonight, you're going to play along with me. I'm going to screen share a little bit and show you some details of the event. And then I'll come back and tell you a little bit more about why I decided to create the event and who it's for. But I can tell you that having had the tremendous honor to support women who, many of the women that I've worked with over the years, never knew what they wanted to do. Like they knew they wanted to start a business, but they did not necessarily see the business inside of them. And having had the privilege to support so many women with really figuring that out, unlocking that for themselves, there's nothing more satisfying than that. Sometimes you've got to be in the space in order for you to get it. Sometimes you've got to be in the room, and you've got to make room for yourself so that you can get whatever it is that you need. There's nothing like a live event physically where you can see and meet other individuals, your own ambition level and above. And I would say that at my events, I attract very, very sharp people who are go-getters and they're go-givers. They're women who really do hold a space for one another. Maybe where you are right now, and you think about your circle and your network, and they're great people, but they're not your ambition level and above. And when you talk about those goals that you have that are out of the box, the dreams that you have that you're like, you can't answer the question how you're going to accomplish it, but you just feel you were called to do this, It's great to be in a community with people who are like that. And I call them giants. I attract giants. And if you're feeling giant like tonight, you're in the right place. Tonight, I'm going to talk only about really the cell method, my new event happening November 10th through 12th in Baltimore, Maryland. And I decided to put together this event to teach women, one, how to sell at the highest and tallest level. The truth is, you're amazing at what you do. And even if you're already offering your services, likely you're not standing in your value. You're not charging your worth. You negotiated with yourself around your prices, right? And if you're charging anything. And I'm always surprised, over the years of the number of women who I've met who could have really huge businesses who don't, because they just are conflicted around their own methods to sell. And I promise you, if you trust me and you come to the giant experience, you come to the sell method event, you're going to learn how to see your value differently. And I'm going to show you specifically why it's important for you and how to show up like a giant in your core offerings. You'll leave clear, really, for the very first time, many of you, and you'll have the scripts, you'll have the templates, and you'll have the knowledge, and you'll have the confidence to be able to charge your worth and to take what you've been doing or the ideas that you have and put them in a structure that's the most significant for your ideal client, the thing that can create the greatest level of transformation for them. So let me share the screen really quickly. I'll walk you through the landing page, then I'll come back and I'll even answer any questions that you might have for me about the cell method event. So the cell method, here's the landing page, and I'll post the link here. You'll see it in the comment section. You're going to learn how to pitch and sell what you do systematically. Now, the truth of the matter is that most people are not selling what they do systematically. Sometimes you might say what you offer one way, and the next time you say it completely a different way. You might not have a sales process, and it could even be because you believe you have a small business and it's okay not to be systematic, but systems are predictable. And one of the things that I've done over the years is, for myself, but also teach my clients, is how to sell in a way that's consistent, because then you are more successful in your revenue. And I want you to know that one strategy can change your life. And so, one of my clients, Sharonda, you'll see there on the left, she attended my event and she made her first sale within days of attending the event, which I think is really great. When you learn something, you can apply what you've learned and you're able to create a conversion right away. I love that was her experience. I think her sale was $2,500. And then there's Bonica in the middle. And she learned about my time rich models instead of trading time for dollars. She's a therapist, that's a consultant today. And she learned how to go from charging $200 or $300 or $400 an hour to understanding how to package what she does completely differently and based on her own value that she was providing to her client. And if you don't know how to do that, you'll learn that at the Cell Method. I'll teach you how to change the way you look at what you bring to the table. And then there's my client, Heidi. And she created her very first training program and her webinar from scratch. Again, when we're talking about training programs and webinars from scratch, that's all packaging what you know. And when you can put what you know in a package, you can sell it more systematically. Are you following me? My client Terry here, she closed her first deal after, I think it was just 6 weeks of working with me. She closed her first deal. It was, I think, a $20,000 or $25,000 deal. Stacy learned how to close her very first six-figure contract as a result of working with me. Evelyn came to one of my events, got my sales script, and learned how to sell high ticket with my method. And I'm going to give you the scripting that I use today, what works right now, whether it's online or whether it's offline, whether you're in front of an audience, because a lot of times we're not selling because we just don't know what to say and we don't know how to have a natural sales conversation. And sales, let's face it, is one of those things that scares everybody, at some point. So you're going to shift your life in a weekend. And I want you to choose yourself. The event is for you, because the fact of the matter is, any investment that you make in yourself, into yourself, your family's the benefactor of that. Any growth that you have, any profit, any revenue that you create, your family benefits from you growing yourself. And that's the way I look at investing in myself. And that's how I choose what I'm going to do. Now, the question is, do you desire greater freedom? Because the event is designed to support you with getting yourself free. And not only that, but how to stay free. I've been a full-time entrepreneur for over 2 decades. And one of the things that's very important to me is that not only would I get myself free, but that I could stay free. And then over the years, I've taught other women how to do exactly that. Many of my clients have transitioned from their full-time work to becoming full-time entrepreneurs. And it's an honor, to watch someone step into their dream and their business that way, because they have a systematic process. And that is the only way that happens. You're going to learn the event, how to license your intellect and how to pitch it. And you're going to learn how to shift your habits, your beliefs, your mindsets, so that you exceed your goals. See, right now, I want you to think about, what's your annual revenue goal? Like 1 year from now, what would you like to earn? And you can type it in the chat. Even if you're listening to replay, what's the annual revenue goal? All right. And then 90 days from now, what would you like to see happen in your business? And the question is, how will that, hitting that goal, change your life? The reason you make an investment in yourself to come to an event like this is because you're looking to change your life. And I can tell you that I don't want people to come who want to be entertained, who want to do line dances, who want award ceremonies. We're going to do the work. You're going to roll up your sleeves, and I'm going to show you step by step how to put systematic processes in place so that you can sell more. And the very first thing that I have to do, the very first sale that's important to me, is to sell you on how amazing you are. And most often, the reason that your prices are low or you're undervaluing what you do is because you're not completely sold on what you bring to this amazing world in the highest and tallest form. And that is usually the first thing that I support my clients with. Diana came to one of my live events, and in 9 weeks, she closed her first 6-figure contract. And you'll see that we have a video of her sharing what her experience has been. So imagine having 3 days. They're designed to elevate your strategy, your knowledge, and your sales. So you got to have a strategy. All right. Because a lot of you have a process, right? You've been taught a process, you've got a course. But if you don't have a strategy to implement with your knowledge, there are no sales. And at the end of the day, the way you get to stay in business and do what you love, the business has to be profitable. So we've got event mentor speakers who are each going to share with you their expertise. And I can tell you that this lineup of speakers are phenomenal. Okay. So obviously, I'm going to share with you my new sell method. I haven't taught this anywhere to anyone. It's what I've been working on. It's my methodology that I'm going to show you for the very first time. And I know, as a result of you learning how to sell the way that I teach you, it's going to be life-changing for you. And not only will you, at the end of this year, go into the year with a strategy, with the knowledge, you'll be able to grow your sales because of what you learn that I'll teach you. Now, Dan Gilnati is going to teach you how to use AI and to generate greater leads. Now, let's be clear, there are no sales without leads, right? So he's going to show you how to incorporate AI so that you generate more leads. And he will teach you on some strategies, whether it's Facebook or LinkedIn or using social media platforms, so that you can understand, right, and be in choice whether or not that's the way you want to generate leads, or maybe that is the way you want to do it because it is something that absolutely works. And I believe that when you understand what works, then you can be in choice about whether or not you want to incorporate that strategy in your business. Dan, I've worked with him personally over the years. He's one of my most amazing mentors who supported me in making millions of dollars based on what he taught me. And he's going to share with you when you're in that room, and he's going to answer your questions as a result of you being there. There's Joyce Bone, an amazing mentor to me. Joyce Bone is of Millionaire Moms. That's the name of her book. And Joyce started her business, her first company, when she was 28, and she bet on herself. And you're going to hear Joyce's story, how she went from literally like a ten of $12,000 putting up her life savings to growing a company to over $125 million that's publicly traded on on Nasdaq, and now she has another company with the same valuation of over $100 million. And I want you to ask yourself, as you listen to me share this, how many times have you had an opportunity to step inside of the mind of an entrepreneur who has hit the 9-figure mark, who has grown two companies to over $100 million? Now, this is not for everyone. This is for that person that's like, I want to learn from her. Okay. Like, I want to think like she thinks. Okay. And I will tell you that one of the reasons that first of all, I love Joyce. She loves her family, as does Dan, and her priorities are spot on. And I love that about her. But I also love the fact that she is exceptionally relatable. And she was where you are. And think about all the events that you've gone to, and you've had C-level speakers, people who are projecting being millionaires and they're not millionaires and they have not done it. And you have an opportunity here to meet someone and learn from them, right? Learn from them how to approach your business completely differently. Okay. Two companies over $100 million, that equals success. All right. So I want people in the room who are giant like in their mindset, and you crave being around another giant. And she's a giant for sure. And then there's Damon Frank, who has been just a great mentor to me as well over the years. Damon's specialty, he'll be talking about how to take your offer and how to license it. And he is an expert at that. He has done significant licensing deals in television. He's done a couple of $100+ million licensing deals. One was with the show The Dog Whisperer. The other was with the show Pawn Stars. But not just that, he's done tons of different deals with furniture companies or a home shopping network. Or so if you've ever thought about like operating outside of the box and how to get your ideas in a bigger space to be able to market them, he's going to be bringing it. And I can tell you, for me to put this group in the room for you guys to learn, I am looking for women who get it, right? Like, who want to learn the unconventional so that you are doing something that's different in this marketplace. The fact of the matter is, you can be like Lisa, right? And I worked with Lisa. She's so gorgeous here. She learned how to monetize multiple degrees. And one of the things that I love, I attract a lot of women who have a lot of degrees. And sometimes they don't know how to monetize them. If that's you, at this event, it's going to absolutely be for you. You'll learn, of course, always how to package what you do or think about it completely different based on how I teach. But you're also going to have some other tools in your toolbox that are not what everybody else is doing, right? This event is for you if you want to learn what is working right now from people who are proven. Now, as a result of the event, what you'll be able to do is you'll know how to prioritize your talent and your expertise and leverage your education to build a great business. And you'll also learn how to value what you do and how to charge high ticket for your offering. And you'll learn how to pitch who you are, what you do, so you can obtain media placements or even deals, corporate deals. And you'll understand how to package what you do as a coach, a consultant, or via licensing. You'll incorporate AI to attract leads on Facebook. You'll learn to think like a multimillionaire, and you'll learn, more importantly, how to be yourself so authentically. To me, that's really important. Now, right now, you might be dealing with a situation in your workplace, and you may know it's toxic. So you're going to release some toxic models that have you trading time for dollars, that have a cap on your income. And maybe that's where you are. You're like, I know there's more for me. I want to create a transition plan. How do I do that? You're going to have the opportunity to meet people for the very first time, your own ambition level and above. You're going to have the ability to build a high ticket model with your intellect. And you're going to understand how to shift your own mindset. You're going to understand what is big about you? What is gigantic about you? And I'm excited to be a part of that. And I'm going to reintroduce you to the possibilities of what feels good, because a lot of times in our work life, it doesn't feel good. Like it's just we're going through the motion, you're a hamster on the wheel, and you know that there's more for you, but you're trying to figure it out. And come to the cell method. We're going to figure it out. Okay. So this is one of my clients, Michelle. She learned as a result of coming to one of my events how to monetize quickly. Connie learned to stand in her value as a result of coming to one of my events and closed $24,000 within a few weeks of attending. She actually, that contract became a six-figure contract. Michelle actually also hit six figures as a result of working with me. Cassandra, she just applied what she learned. And there's something that's really amazing. She was able to close 3 coaching contracts right after my event. How cool is that? So when I tell you that shifting your mindset throughout the weekend so that you show up big for yourself, you understand how to stand in your value, and you're not willing to play small anymore or hide or make excuses or let life get in the way. Because let's face it, you've got a big calling on your life, and hiding and making excuses doesn't allow you to focus on the thing that matters the most. Are we clear? Pitching, you're going to learn how to pitch, right? And that's how to package what your offer so that agencies and corporations and media will want to work and partner with you. And that's really important. How do you raise your level of visibility? How do you position your influence so you get in front of your ideal clients? And profitability. So I think when you get super clear, when you get really clear, you know exactly what to focus on. And I want you to think about most events that you've probably gone to over the years. You get really excited. You have the noisemakers, you're doing a little dancing, right? And you got a rah-rah going on. But when you leave on Monday, you actually don't know what to do. And one of the things that I think is so important is I will never waste your time. If you trust me and you come to the cell method, you will leave with a plan. You'll know exactly what you need to do on Monday, and you'll know step by step how to take action. And when you sign up, you will also get a invitation to come to our giant soiree. That's going to happen on Friday night. It's a time where we get together, we'll all have dinner together, and everybody meets one another because we've done some work earlier that day, and then that night we break bread together, and then Saturday and Sunday we're doing the work, right, and getting it done so that you are building what you need to do all weekend long. Sheila came to one of my events. She discovered what her product could be. Kathy learned how to structure a high ticket offer. Rashida learned how to package her education for high ticket. And Davina, she said, Mia gives you everything she's got. That's the only thing I know how to do. Okay, Keena said she escaped the cycle of trading time for dollars. And Reba said, I followed Mia's template word for word. She closed a high ticket sale after following my step-by-step process. And I promise you that the same will happen for you. And, I've tried to make this as easy for you as possible to say yes. And that being said, you have 2 levels of participation. You can get a VIP ticket or you can do general admission. So the VIP ticket they both include 3 full days of the access to the conference, all the training, every single thing I've got, and the speakers you get access to that. And you also get to attend the reception, the Giant Night Soiree on Friday night. And you get all your training materials are included for the weekend. The VIP ticket has some extra things, and that includes lunches. Lunches are provided daily, and also you get a Q&A session with me, and you get a post-event debrief call, and you get a VIP bag. So my only goal was to support you guys with giving you what I know you need in order for you to move forward. Currently, we are offering the tickets for early bird, and I've never done this before. And if you guys have ever watched and seen any of my events, you know that most of my events are $2,400 or more. Because this is the first event like this I've done since COVID, bigger event, then I thought, let me just make this easy for you guys, okay? So $500 off is the early bird incentive for you to get your tickets today, all right? This will not last. And when I say it, you know that I absolutely mean it, because really for $19.97 and $14.97, it's a gift. Okay. And even at $24.97, which is the regular price, and $19.97 for general admission, it's a gift for what you're going to learn, right? You're coming to the sell method to learn how to sell. So I'm going to post the link here for you. 1 second. Um, I'm going to post a link here so that you can check out the sell method for yourself and you can sign up today. And let me just tell you a little bit. If you have any questions or comments, let me know. You can chime in, and I'll also check on another platform just to make sure I'm not missing anything here. Um, the reason that I wanted to do the sell method was because I've supported so many women in literally changing the trajectory of their life who did not know how to sell, okay? Who didn't know how to sell, and they didn't know how to sell themselves. They didn't know the value of the reason that they were not as profitable as they wanted to be had more to do with the fact that they were offering the world a smaller version of themselves. And I have like it's my mission to get women to show up like a giant for themselves. And I know that right now, if your sales are not where you want them to be, that one of the first things that we need to look at is how you are showing up for yourself, right? And are you being truthful around what it is that you really do for individuals? Sometimes you need the accountability, and sometimes you need another level of insight in order for you to really show up for yourself. Your ideal client wants to work with you, but they're not going to work with you if you play small. And let's be clear, playing small to me also means if you're not investment minded. Let's say you want your clients to pay you $2,400 and you're not willing to invest $2,400 to come to an event, or $1,900. How do you walk your client psychologically through a place that you have not gone? I want you to think about this, because so many people they hold, right? Like they hold, or they wish and they hope, or they're like really smart people like, I'm going to teach myself. But you got to ask yourself, like in the last 3 months or 6 months, as a result of you teaching yourself, how have you moved your life forward? How have you moved your business forward, right? Are you selling in a systematic way? Can you consistently say, I've got this number of leads that are coming in, and as a result of that, I know that I can close at least 30% of those leads on a continual basis? If you can't say that, the sell method is absolutely going to be for you, and it's going to shift your mindset. You're going to go from thinking sales is a really hard thing to understanding that it's actually a really simple thing when you understand how to show up like yourself and be authentic. And I actually think that when you really understand the sales process and you structure it the way that I teach, that your ideal clients actually ask you for the sale. It happens to me all the time. Clients just reach out and they want to know how they can work with me. And I'm not saying this from any ego perspective. I'm just telling you that there's a different mindset when you understand really how to sell and how to command selling. The fact of the matter is, your ideal clients come to you. I want to open the floor for those of you who have been here and maybe you've got a question about the sell method. And if you're going to ask a question, if it's a logistical question, you can write us at redrickteam@gmail.com. But if you've got a question about, is this event for you? How can it work? Or, even if you don't have a package or something like that, will it work? Yes. It'll work for you. You'll get clarity as a result of being there. There are hot seats that we're doing. There are role plays as a result of you being there. My only goal is to find the next group of giants. That's what I'm into, right? The next group of testimonials, women who were brave for themselves, who trusted me, and that allowed me and our mentor speakers really speak into you so you know exactly what you need to do to be able to package what you do at the highest level of service, and how to offer it to the world and how to market it to the world. And if you don't understand how to market, guess what that means? It means you don't get to do what you love to do. The only way you get to do what you love to do is you got to know how to market. And if you don't know how to close, that means sell, okay? Then that means that there's no profit in your business. And if there's no profit in your business, then it's a hobby. And most often people end up quitting businesses that are not profitable. So I'd love to support you in being able to own your purpose, own your calling, but to understand how to build out a systematic process that likely doesn't already exist in your business. I have to say that, like, sometimes when we've already sold before, so let's say you're selling something for like 300 bucks an hour, and you're like, but I sell all the time. But sometimes the mindset needs to be like, you're selling $300 an hour. Don't you want to understand how to sell packages, things for like maybe 5,000 a client, or 10 grand a client, or 15 or $25,000 or more, right? Wouldn't that be exciting to learn how to elevate what you're doing to that next level? And if you don't know how to do that, the sell method is absolutely going to show you how to do that. Again, I want to open the floor for any questions. And even if you are watching this as a replay, you can DM me, or you can also leave a comment here, and we'll grab that comment and reply to you. If it is a question for the team, you can always write, and I'll write here, Redrick team at gmail.com. All right. All right. So my only goal in coming on here tonight is to just let you know I am so excited. I'm excited to have the opportunity to work with a new cohort of women, and I like working with people who are problem solvers, who are positive, and whose words are, just congruent with action. All right. So if that's you, the event is for you. If you love you have an appetite being in the company of giants, the event is for you. If you are looking to uplevel your sales process, you're like, I'm great at what I do, but something's off. Like, I don't know why am I not able to sell? You need to get your butt in that event, and you do every single thing that you need to do to get there, because it's an event where you're going to learn how to close and how to sell, right? In addition to package what you do at the highest level. And if that is the thing that's in the way, you've got to make an investment to get it out of the way, right? And I hope that as a result of me coming on here tonight and sharing my whole heart, right, that this supports someone in showing up for themselves. Are there any questions, any comments, anything that I can support you with before I sign off? Are there any ahas or any takeaways? I always like to check in, but I can tell you that that's what I'll be coming on talking about over the next couple of weeks. The event's November 10th through 12th in Baltimore. I'm so excited to be able to bring you to my hometown and to support you in showing up like the giant that you are. And it's going to be an amazing event. If you don't come, you'll kick yourself. Don't write me about it. I already invited you, okay? You already have the opportunity to choose powerfully right now, tonight. And if you feel that peace, like how sometimes you feel it in your stomach, you're like, I should be there. Just take that step. The rest will work itself out. The kids will get what they need. People will get everything that they need. You make the choice, and then you will move life around so that things work. It always is, but it doesn't work if it's in your head. It's just an intellectual thing. And I'm actually looking for someone that wants to build a big business, and they understand that you cannot do that without a systematic sales process and understanding how to stand in your value or how to market at the highest level. I'm looking for that person that's like, I'm ready to get it. Not that person that's optional about getting it, because optional doesn't do it. You have to be committed to getting it done. And if that's you, then I'm talking right to you. All right. All right. So I want to thank you for being here. You're amazing as always. I appreciate you. You could be anywhere, but you decided to be here with me tonight. And I'm so excited that I've had the honor to spend some time with you tonight. Have a great and amazing night. And I'll see you inside of the Sell Method. The link is here, posted in the stream of comments. Sign up today. And when you do, until tomorrow, actually at midnight tomorrow, we have a bonus where anyone that signs up between midnight, before midnight tomorrow night, they get to come to a private coaching session with me on Saturday night at the event. So I'm really excited about having the opportunity to coach you in an intimate way if you make the decision to say yes quickly. All right. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great and amazing day. Good night.